Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. Jason Samkovic here. We're going to talk for a minute about how to set this spot up. I'm in kind of a gold mine little area here. It is mid-May. I'm out here and 62 degrees, beautiful day, and I am I found a gold mine area here. Now I have a stand that I set up that's about probably 100 yards over there. I killed a deer out of there this year. And the first year I killed this year was actually right over there, or last year I should say, and I noticed a lot of activity over here, and I marked it as I want to come back and check it out. And so here I come over here, here's what I find in here, and what we got, we have this cut. Look at this trail on here, right here. Look at how thick this trail is. Comes right down up through here and veers off that way, goes right up along the edge of that. It's where they cut, when they came in and they clear cut this whole area, you can see this is like the old skid road that they would have used to come into here. We hit a big bog right there, and then you can see it's all kind of older 10-year-old clear cut up there, select cut. There's still a lot of oak, but it's starting to grow up and get scrubby. But look at this trail that comes through here. Then we have a couple kickers here. They come down off of here too. You can see them. We got a few kickers. They come right down off here. You can see that one back there. You can see it runs right up through here. These couple come down. We got them coming down. They're basically coming out of this feeding up here in these oaks. Those are all good oaks, and they'll have acorns on them. And in the fall, they'll be feeding in them, coming down, and then they're heading over that way to bed. And now as they come through here, they'll come through this way too, like to get along this bog. They'll come right through here. They're going into here. You can see here, this trail, like I said, hit pretty good. Now let me show you a few other things in here too. Now also we have this trail here. We got two here that are important. We got this one, comes right down and wraps right through here. Goes right up through here. You can see it there, going right up, heading over to bedding. These are the deer, the deer I killed was on this trail. And he was over there where I was. My stand was over there, like I said, further down. But this is a trail that deer I killed came onto. Look at this one here. You got another one that kicks off that way. This is still that main trail running right up through here. If we go up on here too, you can also see here is another one. Comes down through here, works right down through here this way, and goes right out through this direction right here as well also. So you got these major trails here and this setup on here. Now I got to try and figure out how to hunt this. You got another one that comes down right here, meets into this one and goes that way. So it seems like the majority of traffic is going this way on the main trail and up here heading that way. And then you have the couple cross ones that are going that way and catching out to the point out there. So the problem is how to hunt this, where to find a spot. Now, when you get up in here, I don't see a lot of activity up here. And there may be, but most of that sign wants to be like deer want to be. They want to be where they're protected. Up here, they're exposed. Down here on the side of this hill, they're out of the line of sight of anything up here. See how it's protected? They're down low and not seen from up there. So that's why this sign is mostly here on this hillside. So now we got to figure out how to hunt this and how to set up on it, and how to do that for a traditional bow hunter. Because as you can see, it's pretty thick in here as far as shooting cover to be able to get arrows through. It's kind of tricky in here, but we need to be able to find a way to cover these trails that are coming down here, these trails that are going that way. This is that trail coming down, that trail going across that way, the ones that are crossing over that way, as well as the ones that are coming from there and crossing that way. So that's the solution we're trying to solve here, the thing we're trying to come up with. Now I have to look at this and figure it out. Plus we got the fork right there going that way and going that way, mainly coming off of this one, but there's also that kicker that leads into it. So you got to figure out what you can do tree-wise on here. And I think I have it pretty much solved, but my biggest issue actually, which I got to figure out, is going to be this one. If they run here, because I mean sometimes you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, I could set up in this tree right here, that oak right here, and I could cover a lot of this, but I can't cover all of it. I'm looking to see if there's an option that will let me cover all of it, and I have not yet decided if I'm seeing that. And we're looking at it, and we're doing it here in real time together. And see, that's a little bit of a poke. I'm not quite sure that I'm comfortable with that being able to be an option here. Looking at this trail, and I'm looking, see, shoot wise, yeah, I guess that's probably the max. So this trail right here, if they come this way and they run this one out here, that would be my maximum shot distance to be able to cover these, which would put me, trying to look to show you here. All right, so that would put me about, probably 20 yards, 21, 22 yards. You can see my saw there. See that pine tree right here? Right behind it, there's a smaller poplar back there. That's the tree. You can see my orange saw leaning against it. Between this birch that forks right there, or that poplar that forks out all over, and then that pine tree right there, there's the tree my saw is on. And I'm kind of looking to see, this would be my maximum shot distance to here, which, like I said, is into 20 yards. And it's also, you know, this would be my max, would be able to take a shot to here, or even wherever I have the window at. I haven't even looked at yet. Probably most likely here. Yeah, right there. See, clear window. You can see it. That tree right there. That tree right there, my saw is leaning on to right here. We're talking 20, 21 yards to right here, and I'm expecting them to come this way. Perfect quartering away shot from right here. Boom, boom, done. And that would be it. Now, that would be the most extreme distance that I have to cover, because even the trails that come down here and kick off of that, they're going that way to those trails. There aren't any other trails in here that are crossing that way. So the deer coming down from here on this trail that I am on right here are going to merge into this trail or merge into that trail. I got two. I got a big one right there. I got another big one right there. Nothing really happening right in here to cross over between that bog right there. Now, if they want to cross that bog, they're going to be down here and running these, which is what that deer did that I killed last year, the one time I hunted this area. They're going to be on these trails, either this one here or that one there, that go and merge, and you have this trail here and that trail there. Now, as you can see, my saw right there, that being exactly where I'm planning on being set up at, I have a 10-yard shot to this intersection, which covers this trail, that trail, these two trails. Everything is right here, and then that backside is only 5 yards on the other side. So that little tree covers all of that. The only exception being that one high trail right there that gives me a 20-yard shot. So this is all very doable from that tree. Now, what else is nice up there is that tree. The reason I picked it is this pine tree I'd have to face that way, which is not bad, but it's kind of hard to shoot through some of these branches. So like where I'm at right here would be fine from that pine. But the problem is when you start moving around in here like this and looking at it, see, you don't have a lot of shooting through there because of all the branches that are on this tree. So trying to fit an arrow through there is near impossible. But if I'm on this tree right here, I can shoot all over through here without a problem. See that? Look at all the gap I got to shoot. And if I'm on that tree and facing off that way, just above where those three branches are, so up almost to that, I'll be like right there is my platform on that tree. I have that distance up there, but I also have the cover from the pine tree behind it, cover from this pine tree, cover from all that poplar that's a mess right there. So there's good cover for me to be buried up in there and hidden right there like that. Probably stand platform there, like that, set up in there on that one that my saw is leaning on, and it gives me good shooting. Now, there's another bonus to this particular spot that makes it really nice for me as a traditional bow hunter. We need to be within, 20-yard shot distances. We don't have a choice. This one here has a couple of features that really narrow it down and make it a gold mine spot here. So here's what we're looking at. So we know that's the tree I'm looking at right there. Okay, where my saw is right there. That's the tree. Planning on being sitting about right there, stand height wise. And now for the deer that are coming in from this side, that come through here, that you see these kicker trails, these little faint ones, but these trails like this one here that comes right down, goes right into here. You can see it behind there, right there over the hump. It goes right into there. This is a beautiful thing. Let's look at this for a second. You have two major features here, okay? We have this blowdown right behind. Here's my saw, there's my tree. Look at this blow down wreck of mess right there, okay? It's a big wreck of, deer don't want to go through that, okay? Then you have that one right there. Huge blow down mess into water right there. Water, puddle, 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 big mess. So any deer that are going to come through here, and that being my tree with that saw leaning right there, are going to avoid this particular spot right here. This whole 20-yard, 15-yard area right here through here where I am sent up centrally on, which means I don't have to have deer too close to me and walking directly under me, especially when I'm not going to be that high. They're going to bust me, or they're going to smell me, or they're going to cross my trail, something like that. I don't have to worry about it. I can come in from that side and walk, step right over these logs, come right through here, step right over these logs, and go right to that tree with my scent not being in that area where all the deer will travel, or in this area where all the deer will travel. That will give me, though, because of that, that means that the deer are going to be between that bog and this mess of crap, means I can shoot them right in here. I have perfect shooting here from that tree right there where my saw is. So it gives me perfect, any deer that want to come through here because of the bog that's there and because of these natural disasters, force the deer to be right here where I am and I can shoot them, or it forces, let's go around this side, the deer to be over here on this side. Now, if you look at that tree too, I mean, that's the tree right there that I'm going to be in. I don't have to cut anything. I don't use a saw to cut branches, okay? But I can use that, extend it out, and knock off some of those dead branches. This kind of stuff right here, they just fall right off, okay? These will just catch and snap. They're just weak, dead, you know, even this whole thing. See, I mean, nothing to it. I can get rid of that stuff very easily with that saw. So you don't use the saw to cut. I just use it to pull down that one dead branch right there to give me shooting. So it gives you a lot of options in here. But so if we cut over here, which you can even see there's a trail, faint one here, where they went in and they didn't want to go around that way. They chose to come through here. Again, very shootable right here from that tree all day long. I can shoot this all day long from that tree, no problems. So, but when we get on the other side of it here, and we walk over to here, now we're on the other side. See, follow this blow down mess. Okay, I got the one right here. We're getting to the end of it. Got the one right here. Okay, at the end of this, oh, look, geez, what do we got here? We have the ultimate deer trails. Okay, why? Because of this natural blockade, funnel point right there, bog out there, perfect natural funnel right through here, and it's made mainly because of these two natural disaster blowdowns have caused them to skirt them and go right up through here, just like this. Trail 1 and Trail 2. Okay, leads right in. Trail 2 goes right there, and there, as you can see now, we're up here. Trail 3. Trail 3 leads into this too. So you got 1, 2, 3. Right here, all leading into this particular area that are going, and they're working their way to the point out there at the end of that. And again, all of these, we bring it in, shootable from that tree that I'm in, right up there. I have access to every bit of this. So this is the kind of stuff you're looking for. Again, like I said, I don't have to cut nothing. I mean, look at that. Look at that, perfect that is. All I got to do is knock down a couple of those dead things like that, get them out of the way, but I have shooting everywhere around here. And I cover this whole entire area, which is basically a 5-way funnel, 5-directional funnel. So in essence, we kind of almost call it a hub, but we have travel mainly coming from this direction, either heading this way or heading that way, and they're all going to pass by that tree where I'm going to be at. And especially in early October when there's leaves everywhere on this stuff, you'll never even know I'm there. But even in late November, I'd have no problem hunting that tree because of the cover I get from the pine and from this big old nasty poplar. And that pine is going to be behind me from the direction I'm expecting them to come. So very powerful spot here. Kind of gives you an idea of something to look for. But again, perfect example of the power of natural disaster blowdowns. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my courses. I have the bow hunting whitetails course, which will teach you everything like this that you could ever imagine. It is the most powerful hunting course ever made. It's the only hunting course ever made, actually, that I'm aware of, and it is the most powerful. It will teach you more than you ever imagined. And I also have 2 other courses. One is the Save Thousands course, which will teach you how to buy new cars and things like that for prices you never believed you could ever get. And my latest course, which is how to turn your passions and hobbies into a business and monetize them. That one will teach you a lot as well, too. So check them out. Descriptions are below in the text for you here, and you can dive right in on them. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.